Hollywood was built on dazzling dreams. But what happens when the face the world once adored suddenly becomes unrecognizable? Behind the blinding flash of cameras lies a harsh truth. For some superstars, plastic surgery isn't just a change in appearance, but a death sentence for a once brilliant career. Can you believe that a single new nose could turn an A-list star into a nobody overnight? The pressure to conform to beauty standards can be so intense that even the slightest alteration can have irreversible consequences, both professionally and personally. Was a former sex symbol forced to live in seclusion for years because her body became disfigured? Don't miss a single second, because the final story will completely change how you see beauty. Hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment so we can explore this glamorous world together. Do you think Hollywood is pushing stars to the edge in its obsession with perfection? Comment 1 if you agree, or 0 if you think it's entirely their own fault. Let's dive into this conversation and uncover the truths behind the pressure to maintain an ideal image. In the 1980s, Jennifer Grey skyrocketed into a cultural icon thanks to her unforgettable role in Dirty Dancing, where she captivated audiences with an unconventional beauty that was magnetic and full of personality. Her distinctive, slightly crooked nose, far from fitting the classical ideals of perfection, was the very essence of the character Baby, setting her apart in a sea of look-alike Hollywood beauties. It was this irreplaceable uniqueness that etched her image into the public's memory, transforming her into a true star with a powerful personal signature no one else could replicate. However, the decision to undergo a nose job at the height of her fame became a tragic turning point. Medically successful, the surgery unintentionally erased the familiar face the public once knew. Jennifer emerged from the operating room more conventionally beautiful, yet completely unrecognizable. Directors and audiences could no longer see the icon they had admired, and her spotlight quickly faded. From a celebrated movie star, she became a nobody in her own life, a bitter testament to how losing one's personal identity in pursuit of society's beauty standards can cost everything. Don't try to fix what defines your identity just to chase a hollow ideal of perfection. Sometimes, those distinctive flaws are the most precious brand that make the world remember and love you. When you dare to live authentically as yourself, you don't just preserve your core value. You radiate a genuine magnetism, a kind of light no artificial standard could ever replicate. True beauty comes from embracing who you are, flaws and all, and letting your uniqueness shine through. Ashley Simpson's transformation went far beyond her appearance. It struck at the very core of the personal brand she had carefully built. When an artist positions herself as a voice of authenticity, an outsider pushing back against conventions, any action that contradicts that philosophy becomes especially sensitive. Altering her face shortly after the lip-syncing scandal created a double shock, leaving audiences feeling that her earlier message of self-acceptance was little more than a shallow marketing script. The public saw her cosmetic changes as a betrayal of the very authenticity she had championed, making her journey feel more like a struggle to meet external standards than a genuine expression of self. Once trust is cracked, it is incredibly hard to repair, especially within the pop rock fan base, which values edge and authenticity above all else. Ashley's career afterward became a textbook example of losing touch with a loyal core audience. As her new look shifted toward an industrial, polished perfection, she unintentionally dissolved into the mainstream pop crowd she had once tried so hard to stand apart from. The public isn't unforgiving of cosmetic surgery itself. What they are unforgiving of is the inconsistency between words and actions from a so-called rebellious idol. Her fans, who had admired her for her perceived realness, now saw a star who appeared to be conforming to the very standards she had once rejected. This disconnect between her image and her message ultimately led to a loss of the very authenticity that had made her relatable. The image of a bold, rebellious rocker was gradually replaced by tabloid headlines about her private life, leaving her music no longer strong enough to hold listeners' attention in the ruthless entertainment market. In building a public image, authenticity is not just a style, it is a promise to the audience. When trust is built on values of originality and individuality, any move that follows the crowd or conceals the truth can trigger a chain reaction, leading to the collapse of the entire system of trust. Fans, who had once connected with Ashley for her genuine persona, began to feel betrayed, and as her image became more polished and mainstream, the connection with her core audience unraveled, leaving her struggling to regain the authenticity she had once represented. Crystal Hefner's journey is a dramatic escape from the glass cage of toxic beauty standards in Hollywood. For years, she transformed herself into a living ornament, accepting foreign objects into her body just to maintain her status as the muse of the Playboy empire. However, when faced with physical pain and deep mental exhaustion, Crystal came to the realization that the admiration of the crowd could never compensate for the emptiness slowly eating away from within. As she began to shed the layers of her manufactured image, she found herself confronting the true cost of trying to fit into an idealized, superficial mold, a journey toward self-discovery and healing that ultimately became about reclaiming her own identity. The decision to remove her implants and abandon all invasive procedures became a powerful declaration. She no longer belonged to Hugh Hefner or the public. She belonged to herself. Letting go of the sex bomb image to return to a natural appearance was a risky move, but one that ultimately saved her life. Instead of continuing to play the role of an artificial icon, Crystal chose to face her scars and imperfections, embracing them in exchange for freedom, peace, and lasting health. By shedding the expectations placed on her, she reclaimed control over her body and mind, finding authenticity and true well-being far beyond the superficial ideals she had once embraced. This transformation was not merely physical, but a profound shift in mindset, from living to satisfy others' eyes to learning to cherish her own life. She proved that true beauty can only exist when it is no longer a burden or a threat to one's survival. Health and inner peace will always matter more than any fleeting aesthetic standard. Never sacrifice your life or personal identity to chase an image imposed by others, because when the spotlight fades, you alone are left to carry the scars, both on your body and on your soul. Crystal's journey reminds us that real beauty comes from within, and the most important thing is to protect our well-being and authenticity, no matter the external pressures. Don't turn yourself into a copy of anyone else. Health and inner peace are the most precious jewels, far beyond any fleeting beauty standard. Sacrificing your identity to chase an imposed image only leaves lasting scars, both physical and mental. Live for yourself, not to please others. If you agree with this message, comment 1 right now. Have a different perspective? Drop a 0 below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to help spread this positive energy to more people. Thank you for watching. From the height of adoration as the beloved girl next door, Tara Reid fell into the trap of impossible perfection set by Hollywood. The pressure to maintain a flawless body drove her to undergo misguided cosmetic surgeries, leaving permanent scars, both physical and emotional. Instead of receiving compassion for her pain, she was turned into the target of ridicule across tabloid headlines around the world. The public's fascination with her image overshadowed the personal struggles she faced. turning her into a symbol of the dangers of chasing an unattainable standard of beauty. Botched cosmetic scars didn't just damage Tara Reid's appearance, they stripped away her confidence, the most vital weapon an actress can possess. Hollywood's cold shoulder toward Tara stands as stark proof of a beauty-obsessed culture that is both ruthless and fleeting. Once she no longer fit the standard of flawless beauty, she was swiftly pushed out of major projects and relegated to low-budget B-movies. The cameras that once chased her radiant smile now lurked for moments of weakness, eager to expose the fading of a beauty deemed defective. Her story highlights the cruel reality that in an industry obsessed with image, even the smallest perceived imperfection can lead to exclusion, leaving talented individuals fighting not just for roles, but for their own sense of self-worth. Her life became a painful warning of how a star can be crushed by trying to fix things that were never broken in the first place. The desire to change and improve is valid, but when it stems from fear and external pressure rather than inner confidence, the outcome is often self-destruction. Tara Reid's journey is a testament to the dangers of losing sight of your authentic self in the face of unrealistic expectations. Learn to cherish your unique traits before surgical knives and the opinions of strangers redefine who you are. True beauty comes from embracing yourself as you are, not from trying to conform to a fleeting, perfection-driven standard. At just 19 years old, before her confidence had fully formed, Denise Richards placed her trust entirely in cosmetic surgeons, hoping to achieve the sex bomb ideal. Instead of perfection, she was left with a body that felt unfamiliar and a deep sense of violation, as the size of her breast implants was completely beyond her control. This mistake was not merely a medical incident, it was a heavy psychological blow to a young woman just beginning to navigate the trap-filled world of the entertainment industry. The pressure to meet beauty standards and fit into a specific mold took a toll, making Denise's journey not just about physical transformation, but about grappling with her sense of identity and self-worth. The experience was a harsh reminder that the pursuit of an idealized image can come at a much higher emotional cost than expected. She then spent many of the following years not soaring artistically, but fixing the mistakes born from her own lack of understanding. Denise's persistence in restoring balance to her body became a long, painful, and costly journey of correction. She chose to speak openly about her mistakes, not only to relieve her own burden, but also to warn younger generations never to entrust their bodies to others without being fully informed. Hollywood may offer fast fame, but it is just as ready to devour young, unprepared souls who are not psychologically equipped to face the knives of cosmetic surgery. Her candidness serves as a vital reminder that the rush to conform to idealized beauty standards can lead to irreversible consequences, and that true self-worth comes from self-awareness, not from the opinions of others. Regaining a natural, balanced appearance helped Denise restore her confidence, but the psychological scars from that first experience remain a haunting lesson. Never make permanent changes to your body out of youthful impulsiveness or external pressure. Before undergoing any procedure, educate yourself thoroughly and seek ethical, trustworthy professionals, because a moment of haste can cost you a lifetime of consequences. Denise's story serves as a powerful reminder that beauty should never come at the expense of your health or self-esteem, and that making informed decisions is essential to preserving both your physical and mental well-being. Heidi Montag's decision to undergo 10 plastic surgeries within just 24 hours was not only a grim record, but also a stark warning about distorted self-perception under the pressure of fame. When her heart temporarily stopped on the operating table, it was her body violently rebelling against the extreme invasion she had inflicted on herself. The price was devastating. She nearly lost her life in pursuit of an unreal beauty standard, turning herself into a dangerously high-risk medical experiment. This harrowing experience highlighted the dark side of celebrity culture, where external expectations often override personal well-being. Heidi's story serves as a powerful reminder that no standard of beauty is worth sacrificing one's life or health for. Instead of earning admiration for her beauty, Heidi left the public shocked and deeply concerned by what appeared to be an extreme obsession with appearance. Heidi's career then entered an irreversible decline as she unintentionally stripped away the human element in the eyes of the audience. Fans who once adored the sweet girl from the hills now felt alienated by a rigid face and a body marked by heavy, industrial-style intervention. When an artist turns themselves into an artificial product, they lose the ability to form emotional connections and evoke empathy from the public, qualities that are essential to sustaining long-term stardom. The public's reaction to Heidi's transformation serves as a cautionary tale, revealing how an obsession with perfection can overshadow the very traits that make someone relatable and beloved. She was no longer remembered as an entertainment star, but as a living lesson in how unchecked ambition can completely destroy personal identity. Beauty may be a tool, but it is never more important than life and the soul. When you begin to treat your body as something to be molded rather than a living being to be respected, you don't just lose your health, you also lose the ability to form genuine connections with the world around you. Heidi's story serves as a poignant reminder that authenticity, self-respect, and emotional connection should always outweigh the pursuit of superficial perfection. The real value of a person lies not in their appearance, but in their ability to stay true to themselves and foster meaningful relationships. Your body is a living being that deserves care and respect, not a lump of clay to be molded to someone else's standards. When you trade health for appearance, you don't just lose physical well-being, you also lose the ability to connect authentically with life itself. Beauty may be a tool, but the soul is the one at the wheel. Do you agree that the soul matters more than looks? Comment 1 below. Do you believe appearance still comes first? Comment 0. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe so we can keep having more meaningful conversations like this together. The collapse of Courteney Cox's image didn't come from a single impulsive decision, but from a quiet accumulation of just a little more adjustments over time. In Hollywood's unforgiving world, every wrinkle is treated as an enemy, and fillers appeared like an instant miracle to preserve the youthful glow of Monica Geller. Yet it was precisely the ease of these procedures that led her to lose awareness of her true appearance, until her face became unfamiliar, stripped of its natural expressiveness. As Courteney's look became more artificial, the very traits that made her relatable and authentic seemed to fade, leaving her to face the consequences of striving for an idealized version of beauty at the cost of self-recognition. Her story is a powerful reminder of how chasing perfection can slowly rob you of the uniqueness that made you special in the first place. This incident was not merely an aesthetic issue, but an identity crisis, as a talented actress inadvertently lost her most precious expressive tool. Courteney's courageous decision to let the fillers fully dissolve and embrace the natural process of aging marked a crucial turning point in her journey back to herself. She came to realize that a woman's beauty does not lie in trying to freeze time on her face, but in the confidence and life experiences etched across the years. This moment of self-acceptance became a powerful statement about the true essence of beauty, one that is not defined by external perfection, but by the authenticity and wisdom that comes with embracing who you are at every stage of life. Courteney's transformation serves as an inspiring reminder that our value is not measured by our ability to hold on to youth, but by our ability to grow and evolve with grace. Her courage in openly admitting her regrets became a powerful source of encouragement for those living under the pressure of aging. It helped many realize that so-called artificial perfection can sometimes come at an unbearably high cost. Though she no longer possesses the flawless beauty of youth, she now shines with an inner calm and authenticity. Aging is not a mistake to be hidden, but a natural law of life. And only when we stop racing against time do we become truly free to nurture our own soul and wisdom. Courtney's journey exemplifies the profound truth that beauty is not just about what is seen, but about embracing the essence of who we are, unburdened by external expectations. Her transformation is a testament to the power of self-acceptance and the freedom that comes with honoring the passage of time. Melanie Griffith, once celebrated for her captivating allure and undeniable talent, found herself grappling with the fear of fading into obscurity as the years passed. In her desperate attempt to hold on to her former image, she turned to cosmetic procedures, seeking a lifeline through facelifts and lip injections. Yet, these enhancements, designed to preserve her beauty, slowly began to obscure the very features that had once defined her as Hollywood's thorny rose. The changes, so subtle at first, went unnoticed by her until the sharp and unforgiving gaze of the public revealed the dramatic shift in her appearance. Rather than being celebrated for her remarkable performances, Melanie Griffith's name gradually became synonymous with the pitfalls of cosmetic surgery, overshadowing her once vibrant career. What was once a brilliant trajectory now found itself stagnating in the shadows of regret. Her story serves as a poignant cautionary tale about the perilous path of losing sight of personal boundaries in the relentless pursuit of altered beauty. When a public figure begins to view themselves through the lens of insecurity, the temptation to seek constant change becomes all too easy, feeding an addictive cycle that seeks to heal wounds that only self-acceptance can truly mend. For an actress once nominated for an Oscar, the loss of her natural facial expressions meant more than just the fading of her beauty. It was the loss of the very essence of her craft. Acting, after all, is the art of conveying emotion, and when her face became a mask of artificial youth, the soul of her performances began to slip away. Years spent attempting to reverse the damage only deepened the tragedy. What was lost went far beyond her looks. It was the prime of her career, the years when she could have radiated the wisdom and depth that come with age. In her pursuit of eternal youth, she unknowingly forfeited both the present and the potential for a more nuanced future. True artistry, after all, does not lie in a static, unyielding face, but in the raw emotions and life experiences an actor can share with the world. Dana Delaney's journey didn't begin with reckless excess, but rather with a seemingly harmless decision to maintain a youthful appearance, a choice that ultimately spiraled into a professional tragedy. A routine Botox injection, intended to smooth the passage of time, turned into a fatal shot when a medical error caused parts of her facial muscles to become permanently paralyzed, leaving her eyes irreversibly unbalanced. For an actress, the face is not just a feature, it is a canvas of emotion, a tool essential to her craft. To lose control over her facial muscles was not merely a cosmetic mishap, but a devastating blow to the very foundation of her ability to act and connect with her audience. This story underscores the reality that, despite the best precautions, hidden risks can always lie in wait, capable of transforming a seemingly minor procedure into a nightmare with consequences that endure for years. Dana Delaney's resilience in confronting the neurological aftermath serves as a powerful testament to a woman's strength, one who, after experiencing profound upheaval, came to cherish her natural beauty. Rather than concealing the damage or seeking further procedures to correct the mistake, she chose to share her journey with honesty and courage. Her openness became the most genuine warning for anyone contemplating altering their own body, reminding them of the unpredictable and lasting consequences that can arise from such decisions. The aftermath became an enduring scar, an unspoken reminder that Hollywood, in its pursuit of outward perfection, often overlooks the profound health risks that lie beneath. Dana Delaney had to learn how to adapt to her changed appearance, while simultaneously fighting to reclaim her place in an industry that values appearance above all else. In the process, she carried with her a painful lesson: the importance of safeguarding what is most natural and precious. Before deciding to intervene in your body, no matter how seemingly minor the procedure, it is crucial to carefully weigh the immediate benefits against the potential costs, especially if something goes wrong. Every intervention on the body, even a seemingly small injection, comes with an inherent risk. Before placing your appearance and your career in someone else's hands, ask yourself, are you prepared to pay with your entire life if even the smallest mistake occurs? Don't allow the allure of short-term benefits to overshadow the importance of long-term safety. If you believe safety comes first, comment 1. If you're willing to take the risk for the sake of beauty, leave 0. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to help protect yourself and your loved ones from making costly decisions. Our journey through 20 Hollywood faces has come to an end, but the obsession with perfection clearly continues. We've witnessed icons fall, stars sacrificing their careers and even their lives to hold on to youth. Has natural beauty become a luxury item in a world dominated by scalpels and injections? Don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss the next deep dive into the hidden angles of the entertainment industry. Out of these 20 stories, which one moved you or saddened you the most? I'll be reading and discussing your thoughts right here. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.